Hello guys, and welcome back to the vlog. So this evening I am going to the Barbie movie and I'm super excited. Bradford actually asked me if we could go like months ago, and so I've had it on my calendar. Super excited to see it. A lot of people are dressing up for it and we are too, so I have an outfit in mind. I'm going with Bradford and Sarah. And I figured while I got ready, I would tell you about my worst riding fail I've ever had. Um, not fun. We're still dealing with the consequences. But first, clearly I have been in the barn doing barn chores. I'm sweaty, I'm gross. I went out last night with my old roommate Erin and I'm a little hungover still. Oh my god. So I am desperately needing a shower and I'm super excited to get in there. I've got my little headband. I would normally wash my hair. Like, I really would like to wash my hair today, but I'm thinking about curling it tonight, and it just curls so much better when it's a little bit dirtier. Okay guys, so we are all clean. I don't know about anybody else, but I was thinking about this in the shower. Like, I grew up on Barbie, and like I know Barbie's been around for a long time, but like specifically what I'm talking about are the Barbie movies, like early 2000s. To me, that like the quality of those, I mean, well, looking back on them now, like isn't great, but the storylines were all so good. I look back on them with so much joy. They always had so many good messages. I never really like left my Barbie phase. Like, I still love it. I still watch those movies. I'm still obsessed with them. The new ones just don't hit the same. Like, obviously, like I said, the animation has come a long way, okay? It's not great, but it was just like the nostalgia of them. Like, I love it. Like, if I had blonde hair, I would be Barbie for Halloween every single year. But I don't, so I'm Raquel, I guess. And I've also lately been in just such a pink phase, which I'm sure you've seen, like me wearing that pink shirt almost nonstop, pink backpack, like all this stuff. And it's definitely not because of Barbie, but they definitely do complement each other quite nicely that they're happening at the same time, don't they? Okay, before I start like getting ready, I want to make my bed. I wash my sheets, and I don't know if anybody else feels the same way, but I feel like I can't touch my clean sheets until I'm clean. And so I've been like dirty barn post bars all day, and so I am really excited to make my bed, get that done. I know that the amount of pillows on my bed right now is absolutely obnoxious. I really only use like 2, maybe 3, but my family was in town and so I put extra pillows upstairs and they've just stayed here. I used a new like scent bead thing and these smell amazing. Oh my god. Okay, y'all, it is time to see what we are working with. I'm scared I didn't brush my hair last night after the bar, and then I went to the barn. It is very much knotted. Okay, honestly, not the worst. Also, if you can hear someone mowing, I'm so sorry. I can't control that. Why does my hair look dusty? Well, I guess I was out in the barn, so that makes sense. But it is incredibly knotted. So I have my floor mirror. I actually brought it over towards the window so that I can see what I'm doing while I vlog a little bit with natural light. But honestly, it's already getting kind of dark. Not dark, but I just don't have like direct light through the window anymore. So I brought my ring light and you're actually sitting inside of it right now. Okay, ow. It's really knotted. Why are these pieces kind of slaying right now though? Like, this is how I want them to sit normally. I'm kind of expecting this to just look like pretty puffy and random once it's all brushed out. I really love how I've seen so many people getting excited and dressing up to go see this movie. I feel like that's such a fun way to, I don't know, just go the extra mile and be extra, just because why not? So I know Sarah is wearing a pink skirt and like white top. I'm not sure what Bradford's wearing. Me like putting the hair that just landed in my lap like on the floor behind me. But I happen to have bought a pink dress that is perfect for the occasion while I was shopping for the Eras tour, and so I'm excited to have an excuse to wear it. Not that I wouldn't wear it like on a normal day, but this is just like more special. I'm trying to decide if I need dry shampoo or not. I feel like no. Yeah, honestly, not really. We're cracking open a Celsius, because obviously. I'm gonna use hairspray today. I have had this since 6th or 7th grade, and when I sprayed it on my hair last night, it immediately took me back because I used to use it for dance team and theater. So it was so weird smelling it again. I think I'm gonna curl the bottom side first, and then I'll put the top half, I think, in pins and let them like fully cool down while I get ready the rest of the way. I would be using my pink scrunchie right now, but it is actually in the laundry because when you wear scrunchies to the barn, they start to smell like horses and manure. Fun fact. Okay, so the part you've all been waiting for. Let's talk about my epic riding fail. Basically, I've been obviously also in my Taylor Swift era, obsessed with her. And also there's this TV show that came out called The Summer I Turned Pretty or something like that. I don't know that much about it, but I do know that there is a version of the song August in that show that's like more dramatized than the normal version on her album. And people have been running to this on TikTok, like sprinting down the beach, off docks, things like that, and like kind of like singing the song. It's just like a trend. And I was at the gym the other day and I was listening to that dramatized version of the TikTok sound on repeat because that's what normal people listen to at the gym. And I was thinking about how amazing it would be if I could do that trend, but on Ray. And I just like had this video idea in my head. I was thinking about how I was gonna have my mom and my dad like drive next to me so that they could film and like all this stuff. I was planning it all out in my head. So after I got home from the gym that day, I immediately went out to the barn and I was like, we are going on a solo trail ride. Even though I think my mom was like getting drinks with friends or something like that. And I was like, we're going on a solo trail ride and we're gonna practice this gallop and we're gonna see if like the area where I thought that maybe I could film it would be like a long enough stretch of a canter. And I've gone on solo trail rides before, so I wasn't really that nervous about it. And I've also like galloped on solo trail rides before. Well, I go out to the barn, I tack up, and I trail ride down to the lake. There were 3 people there. There was 2 men and a woman. I didn't know them. And I remember thinking as I was approaching the spot that I was going to gallop, where I was like, well, at least there's people here so that if I fall off, there's someone to call an ambulance. But I obviously didn't expect to fall off. Well, I went down the gallop stretch once and it went well. She was feeling pretty speedy, but nothing too crazy. And then I was gearing up and I was gonna do it again because I wasn't sure about like the timing of the music and just to practice and yada yada. Well, this is where shit hit the fan, because the second time that I went across the stretch to gallop, Ray kicked on the afterburners. She was going faster than I have ever felt on her before. Like, she's a chunky girl, like she's really not that fast of a horse, but she can kick it on when she wants to. And this was one of those moments. This little stretch has one area, or has like two areas where there's like dips in the ground, and sometimes they leap over those. So as we were approaching those, I was trying to slow her down, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. She was going so fast that she basically just lost control of her own legs and couldn't even slow herself down. So when I was pulling back on her face, it was messing with her balance, and I was also trying to like turn her a little bit to also try and help slow down, like one rain stop kind of thing. And as we're turning, we are approaching the water of the lake. It was pretty far, like it was like definitely 40, maybe not 40 feet away, but it wasn't, we shouldn't have hit the water. And she still could not slow down, and she leapt into the water, which like water has never been an issue with her on cross country, so I shouldn't have been surprised. But I really thought like the water would stop her, which I don't know why, because anytime we've ever trained, we've always trained her to go and like into the water. And she definitely likes water, like she always leaps in. And this was one of those moments. And I remember, like, I mean, obviously when it's happening, it's kind of happening in slow-mo. And I was said out loud, I was like, not the water. She jumps in. There is so much silt. Like, it's not very deep, but it is so, like, I want to say like 3 feet, what feels like, of silt. So when she first jumped in, I stuck the landing, and then she started leaping upwards because it's like so thick that she's trying to like get up to keep herself like momentum moving forward. And that is when I fell off. When we landed in the water, I kind of fell forward a little bit. And then when she came upwards to try and like jump up and take another leap step, that's when she hit me on the side of my face, on my jaw. I don't remember like the impact, but I'm kind of just like putting it together with context clues, because this is about to be so gross. I'm about to show you the inside of my mouth. So warning for that. As you can see, the inside of my mouth is bruised. When she hit me with her neck, it pushed my jaw out that way. I didn't realize this though at the time. Like in the moment, I didn't feel any of that at all. And I came off into the water. She took a couple more canter steps forward. Like she kept going like into the closer to the middle of the lake, but eventually she just stopped. So I realized that obviously people are witnessing this, and so I call out and I'm like, I'm okay. Like honestly, of all the places to fall off, that was probably like the best possible place going that fast, because it completely broke my fall. I mean, there was mud, there was water, like, I mean, it wasn't fun for the cleanup process, but in terms of like safety wise, like that was definitely the best possible option. So I'm kind of in like disbelief that I am currently in the lake, which I haven't been in a long time. I'm looking at Ray and she's looking at me. We're just staring at each other, and I'm like, well, let's go back. So I make my way over to her, which was not easy because there was so much silt. Like walking, if you've ever walked in like really, really, really deep sand, it's like that times 1,000. And so I'm slowly making my way over to her. I was calm throughout this whole thing, but it did occur to me that she could potentially be stuck in the mud, which was really scary to me. So I made my way over to her. I grab the reins and I see if I can pull her a little bit forward, and she can still move. Like it's not easy, but like she's not stuck. I'm trying to like lead her towards the shoreline. She's kind of like, I'm holding onto the reins, so she's actually kind of helping pull me out a little bit. And then eventually I just let go of the reins, because I wanted to swim to shore, because it would be easier to doggy paddle than try and walk through it. It's like, it was like 3 feet of water, but it was easier to swim through it, like doggy paddle, than it was to try and step through it. So I just let go of the reins because I knew the second she hit the shoreline, she would just drop her head and get to the grass, which is what she did. And I swam the rest of the way to the shore. I grabbed her. Again, I'm just in disbelief that that just happened. And I got back on, which was not easy. One, because I'm soaking wet, covered in mud and moss, because there's a ton of moss in the lake. And I start walking back home. In all honesty, I would have done it again, because I didn't want to end on that, but I was so slick and wet that my feet didn't have any grip in the stirrups at all. So I was like, that's dangerous to try and do it again. So I walk back home. She's calm as can be. As I'm walking home, I stop by the people on the other side of the lake to talk to them. And I was like, please tell me you got that on video at least. And she goes, I did actually. So I'm gonna include it here.
Look. I don't think I'm supposed to do that. Oh, no.
So obviously, thank God, at least someone got it on video. Like if I'm gonna flop that hard, like at least I can profit off of it with this story time. Not actually profit, I don't make money off of my vlogs, but like you get the memo. It wasn't until I was almost home that I realized something was wrong with my jaw. I started to feel like the pain and like the soreness from it. It didn't really hurt that bad, but it was just like really sore feeling, like I could tell I got hit in the face. And then that's when I realized that I couldn't bite down on the right side of my face. I could at that time touch my teeth together on the left side, but not on the right. I think if I'd like really tried to force it, I could have, but obviously I didn't know like what was wrong, so I didn't want to try and do anything. I got home, I untacked, I took care of her, and then I went inside to clear off all of the mud. I wish I'd taken a picture of myself, but I was just like so out of it that I didn't. I think I was just still in shock, honestly. Knock on wood. I really rarely fall off. Like Patty was such a saint. I fell off of Mac all the time, but I don't think I've ever fallen off of Ray before. I'm gonna include a picture here of what my sock looked like. Those socks were bright white when I went outside, and they were completely brown. So my dad was already asleep at this point. Whenever my mom got home, she came upstairs to talk to me about something, and that's when I told her what happened. And so we decided that the next morning she would take me to the chiropractor. We were pretty sure my jaw was like either dislocated or something. Like we didn't think it was broken. And if it was, then she would have taken me to like the hospital or doctor or whatever, whoever would have fixed it. But turns out the next morning when we went to the chiropractor, she said I had TMD. So it's something that could be fixed chiropractically, thank goodness. And she gave me some exercises to work on. And then she wanted to see me 2 days later. So I had that second appointment today. Thank goodness it is already so much better. I can touch my teeth now. It's still sore, but I can finally touch my teeth back together. I've basically been on a liquid diet these last couple days because I couldn't bite. I'm gonna go in with my extreme hold, like 10-year-old hair. Oh my god, no, it is so old. 6th grade, that was 2012. It is, okay, yeah, it is literally 10 years old. Hairspray. If you are someone whose hair always falls, and you have any tips for me, please leave them down below. I feel like I don't love hairspray. If I use enough for it to be effective, it's so crunchy that I hate the way it feels. I mean, I also don't really care that much. I probably am just gonna take like a couple pictures, and it only needs to last me for like a couple hours, so it'll be fine. But anyways, that is the story of my major wipeout. I'm not mad at Ray. I've already been back in the saddle. It is fine, but it's funny. It is funny. It's okay. You guys can laugh. I am gonna speed through the rest of my hair curling process, and then I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay guys, all of the pins are in. I was gonna say all the curlers, but they're not curlers. I typically, I don't have enough pins to use it on the bottom half of my hair. So I just put pins in the top half. I put some hairspray on it, and I'm just gonna let them sit until it's time for me to leave, which I need to leave. Well, that's like a clock over there. You can barely see it, but I need to leave in like 20 minutes. I was thinking about doing something fun, like an eyeshadow look, but I don't think I have time. I was watching Miss Remy Ashton's vlog. Oh, lol, my trash can. But let's go ahead and get the dress on. This is the dress. It's just got like a sweetheart neckline. It's got this little extra layer of, I was gonna say tooling, but it's not tulle, but let's go ahead and put it on. So part of me really wants to go all out. Sorry, I'm trying to like do the zipper on my own. Part of me really wants to go all out and wear like cute little wedges or something. But the other part of me is thinking like, my toes are gonna be cold in the theater, which I don't want. Why am I struggling so much? The zipper is stuck. I swear this dress fits. It's just like not moving. Okay, and here is the dress on. It is just freaking adorable. I love it so much. See, like some heels would look really cute with this. Also, I am just like obsessed with the pink color of my toes right now. Sorry, free feet. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I am planning on bringing a blanket with me to the theater, so I won't get super cold. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna wear heels. To accessorize, I'm gonna put on the bracelet that Margot made me for the Eras tour. It says loving him was red. It's just obviously pink and matches. And I was thinking about wearing pearls. Guys, is that too extra? Absolutely. But how often can you wear pearls and it be, I was gonna say socially acceptable, but that's not the right phrase, but be like the right moment to wear pearls, I guess. Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't know how I feel about the pearls. I'm looking at it in the mirror. Maybe it's just because my hair is looking crazy right now. Maybe I just need, I mean, I do have this necklace on. I'm gonna see if I can just shorten it and it look okay. I don't think these go together. I think this needs to come off. Okay, that is definitely better. Let's take these pins out and then on a bit of a time crunch here, go raid Kimberly's closet, I think, for her heels. She's got like this one pair of wedges that I have in mind. Hairspray. Just watch. In the next like 20 minutes, they'll look completely different. They'll fall so flat. Oh my gosh, like a poodle. They are so bouncy, but I promise they will fall. To Kimberly's closet. Guys, my parents renovated their bathroom and it looks like a spa now. Crazy. Okay, shoes. Let's see. Okay, plot twist. My parents are out to dinner and I think my mom might be wearing a pair of shoes that I was originally thinking of stealing. So we have two other options here. These ones are just like little baby wedges, I guess. And then these are sandals. These kind of remind me more of Barbie shoes, but I think I like this one better. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with these ones. So I think all I need to do is shake out my hair and then we should be ready. Okay, hold on. Ta-da! Okay, she is shaken out. Looking good, feeling cute. I just need to put on my tinted chapstick and then I'm ready to go and I gotta run out the door. I'm running late. Oh my God, I realized I just forgot to tell you one of the most important parts of the story. In case you didn't notice, I got a new phone because my old one got absolutely ruined in the water of the lake. So, the quality of these vlogs is definitely improving. This is the chapstick I was talking about. Lips are on. I say lips, it's just chapstick. iPhone 14 Pro Max and the stabilization is insane. I took some video of my mom while we were on a trail ride and I was bouncing around in the saddle, but there is some built-in stabilization or something like that and it is amazing. Also too, I was at a concert a while ago since getting the new phone and the quality like is so good. So I'm obsessed. It was time for a new phone anyways. It was an iPhone 11. I'd had it for 3.5 years. Show us your fit.
My kin fit?
Where's it from?
I don't even know where it's from.
Do you know how to do an outfit of the day?
No.
Oh. Sarah's
Look what she's
here.
brought.
Do an outfit of the day. Where's the skirt from?
Skirts from Amazon. This is a bodysuit from Amazon. Shoes, Target. Sunglasses, Amazon.
Amazing. Hello vlog. It is almost a week later. I have yet to tell you what I thought about the movie, and I have notes. So not only did I see the movie with Bradford and Sarah, but I went and saw it with my mom too. So I've seen it twice now, and it's interesting how my perspective changed the first time I watched it from the second. So first thing I want to say is I have always just been such a Barbie stan, and I think I mentioned that when I vlogged when I was first going to the movie, but I just love Barbie. I cannot stop touching my hair, but I loved it. I also just in general love any kind of girly, slightly obnoxious movie, like with the fun soundtrack, the costuming, the like random dance numbers, like that is right up my alley. Like anything that's just like involves magic and like I love that stuff, so I ate it up. I definitely will say I knew absolutely nothing about the plot going in, so when it did hit on those like political feminism topics, it's not that I disagreed with any of them. I was just kind of caught off guard because I was like, oh, I thought this was like a silly, fun Barbie movie, and then all of a sudden I'm like, God, it is hard being a woman sometimes. And it wasn't. Again, it's not that I disagreed with anything, I just was like not ready for it. So actually when I went and saw the movie the second time, I appreciated it so much more. The first half of the movie was definitely very fun in Barbie land and like seeing all the things and the funny little jokes, which was like really enjoyable. And the second half just had a really good message. I just wasn't prepared for it. The costuming was amazing. I loved it. I'm sure there are going to be so many Barbies for Halloween, and I think I mentioned this before too, but like if I was blonde, I would be Barbie for Halloween every single year. And I think some girls kind of take that as like, oh well, everyone's gonna be Barbie, so like I don't want to be Barbie. But I feel like if the message of the movie taught us anything, it's that everyone can be Barbie and you can be basic Barbie, and that doesn't mean that you're less special because you're not unique. It's everyone can be Barbie. I absolutely love that Barbie was not in love with Ken. I think that's so funny. The movie experience in and of itself was so amazing because everyone was dressed up. There was so much pink. The theater that we saw it at, like everyone was just wearing pink. Like even when we were outside of the theater, so many people were dressed in pink, and I loved it. And I'm still in a pink phase. I think Barbie also just had a lot of those jokes that like adults would get that kids might still think is funny, but they don't understand it to the level that the adults do, which I think is like a really good, difficult balance to make as a comedian and writers, and I think they did a really good job with that. I think that Margot Robbie was the perfect Barbie. I do remember at some point, was it Amy Schumer was originally casted to be Barbie, and again, I think she would have been great too. I don't think the message would have hit as hard and like a lot of the writing. So like for example, Sasha, the young girl, is like, you make women hate their bodies, but like if it was a plus size Barbie, like if a plus size woman played Barbie, then like that wouldn't have made as much sense, you know? A lot of the points in the plot line wouldn't have made sense if Barbie was like a more normal looking human, but Margot Robbie actually does look like a real life Barbie, and I feel like it just like made so much more sense. And that's not a dig at plus size people, I just feel like for the point, it worked out better that Margot Robbie was like, I don't want to say unrealistically beautiful because she is just a naturally beautiful person, but she made that point easier. One of my favorite things about the movie was actually the soundtrack. I thought a lot of the songs were really good. I don't know if they were written specifically for the movie, but they had Lizzo singing the "It's Pink" at the beginning of the movie. There was a Dua Lipa song, oh, "The Dance the Night," song. I want to learn that TikTok dance so bad. I have been listening to it nonstop while I'm at the gym. And then the Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For? Chef's Kiss. It's just art. I love that there were so many female musicians. Like, it just made sense that in Barbie Land, all the music was sung by women. So yeah, those are just some of my thoughts on Barbie. There really is so much that you could analyze with it, but I am not a film bro by any means. I love talking about it, but I think that's as much as I'm gonna ramble for right now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!
Welcome to the Northeastern Fashion Show. Roll the music! Roll the music! What Coach Kaylee said.